Hey everybody, welcome back to the best US Mint news channel on YouTube. I'm Son of a Silver Stacker. Today's date is the 26th of May, 2025, and in this video, we're talking privy marks. Are you burned out? Do you look forward to them? Are you kind of indifferent? What's your story on these privy marks? Because I tell you what, I'm stoked. I really like them, and there's actually a purpose to them, and I'll show you that here in a minute. But before any of that, if you're new here, don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe if you like. We're trying to reach a bazillion subs. It's a really big number. Not sure exactly how big it is, but I'm pretty sure it's ginormous. Also, always live, never edited, and always unscripted. I never know what I'm going to do. Now, over here to moneymetals.com. These are open right now. I think these are European prices for spot, and they will probably close in about 5 to 10 minutes. So gold is down 30.20 to 33.41.35. Silver down 33.54. Platinum, oh man, down 16 cents to 33.54. Platinum down 5.55 to 11.08. Even Steven. Palladium down 9.20 to 10.18.70. And Dr. Copper down 3 pennies to 4.83 a pound. And you're looking down over here at in stock American Silver Eagle, whose premium is $6.49 for quantity 1 through 39. They got you paying $40.03. Now, this is the sell to them price. The buyback, it's $34.89, and that is definitely above the silver spot price of $33.54. Next stop, the United States Mint webpage. And June 30th, we're going to have a drop. So that's 2 weeks from this Friday, folks. 2 weeks from this Friday. This is not something you're going to be able to subscribe to. There's no subscription on this bad boy whatsoever. And if you want it, you're just going to have to show up on June 13th, probably before noon, I would think. There's probably going to be a waiting room. All right, they're probably going to employ that one. And I would also imagine there might be some bot action as well. So we may or may not get any of these. So and that would be a big bummer in the summer because I think these are rather amazing. And I was in the United States Army, and I'm definitely going to be picking up 3 of these bad boys. Maybe one of the squid coins for Navy, and then one of the jarhead coins for the Marines. But that's all right. Army dogs are Army dogs. That's the way we do it. So listen, 100,000 coins, it's pretty limited, folks. We know that the American Silver Eagle, just from last week, that's the uncirculated version. It's still available. You can add it to the bag. Had a limited mintage of 90,000. Limited mintage of 90,000 isn't that much. 100,000 isn't that much. In fact, I would say that is a great number for any American Silver Eagle. And I would love for the United States Mint to only make 100,000 American Silver Eagles for each issuance going forward. I'm talking the West Point proof, not necessarily. And I'm actually including the congratulations set in there as well. Maybe if they made 25,000 of those and 75,000 of the American Silver Eagle. Could you imagine what that would do to the value of these bad boys? I would like that. So it says here, pre-sale date is June 13th. Like I said, that's 2 weeks from this Friday. Shipping is expected to begin July 29th. So you got to buy it then, or do they charge you on the 29th? And if they do charge you on the 29th, you better have some cash money in there. The obverse head's design is now closer reflection of Audiophile Weinemann's original version and includes the addition of his traditional artist mark. That's the AW right here. Bingo, AW. Not A and W, root beer. Enhanced security features include an anti-counterfeit reeded edge variation and also the privy mark, I believe. Crafted at the United States Mint at West Point with a special privy mark honoring the 250th anniversary of the United States Army. There you go. And look, these are going to have the Army, they're going to have the Navy right there, and that's probably going to be 100,000. And they're probably going to have the employ the website waiting room for that as well. They're going to have the Marines, and that's probably going to be the 100,000 as well. And that one's going to be released in the fall. And then finally, and this is the biggest head scratcher of all, because look, because we have the Army emblem right there, we kind of know what we're getting, all right? And not surprising that we're probably going to get the Navy and the Marine. And the Marine Corps one really looks cool. I really dig that. But the question is, what does that laser beam privy mark look like, right? What's going on with that one? Not sure. Not even going to answer that one because I have no idea. Does it mean that the die was laser etched, laser engraved? Well, probably. And is this laser beam privy mark going to be an homage to that gives is it the homage to the laser beam that's making the dies? I don't know. But it's going to be available for August 2025, and it has no other information. Will this coin's mintage or product limit be 100,000, much like the Armed Forces American Silver Eagles? I don't know. But it is definitely interesting how many American Silver Eagles are being released this year, right? So think about that. We've got just 4 that we've looked at just now. the laser beam. We're looking at Army, Navy, and Marines. And then we're looking at the uncirculated. We're looking at the proof from San Francisco, the proof from West Point. I mean, there's 7 American Silver Eagles right there, folks. How many are they going to make? And is that market saturation? Could be, right? So let's keep on keeping on. I think that's a really good question. Now, this is the coin community family, and I will leave a link to this particular, you could probably jump in here and have some really interesting questions for these people. This is easy for me to say. This is the American Eagle 2025 1-ounce silver coin laser beam privy mark, right? That's what they're talking about here. And I'd like to know more because really, I mean, since we already have the Army one locked in and kind of, okay, we got the mintage, we got the emblem, right? We kind of know what the other ones, we know what to expect, but we don't know what to expect with this bad boy. All right. Now, I noticed this Mint website says available August 20. Does anyone have any more info? That would be the 7th Silver Eagle for 2025. Market saturation is never good for collectibles. Although this is the 7th, I don't believe this is so much saturation. Now, if they were minted in the millions and millions and billions, yeah, that's some saturation. But 100,000, listen. Okay, let's say there's 250,000 of us, and they all want that Army Privy marked American Silver Eagle. But yeah, everybody's going to buy 3 of them, right? If I can buy 3, that's what, 33,000 people, right? Can end up with 3 each. What? Yeah, 33,000 people are going to end up with 3 each, potentially. And we haven't even talked about how, maybe, just maybe, the advanced bulk purchase folks could have got their hands on 10% of these bad boys, making it 90,000, or maybe they got 20%, making it 80,000. And if that's the case, you do 80,000 then divided by 3, well, you'd get a whole lot lower than 33,000 people, folks. So yeah, saturation, I'm not so sure. It says here 2025 will be known as the year of the privy. I hope the Mint does not keep doing this every year. My friend, I think you are Mojo Jojo. Yeah, I think that's exactly what they're going to keep doing. And really, wasn't 2020 the year of the privy mark, right? Remember the 2020 V75 American Silver Eagle? And then they had 5 West Point quarters with the privy, right? So there was more privy in 2020 than there will be, I believe, in 2025. So I think maybe people haven't maybe collecting that long, or maybe they forget. But really, the Mint has been doing these privy marks for a good 5 or 6 years now. And it should be no surprise to any of us that the Mint is actually doing this. Remember that V75 in 2020? Yeah. Do you remember the V75 quarters in 2020? Yeah. I know you do. It's there it is, right? 5 quarters. 1 American Silver Eagle. Oh, wait, my bad. They also had an American Gold Eagle, all right, that had a V75 privy mark on there as well. So that makes 7 coins, right? So you got the 5 quarters and the 2 eagles. Yeah, there's 7 right there. And boy, oh boy, that American Gold Eagle with the V75 privy mark, they were supposed to make 1945. And that was the year the war ended. But really, they ended up striking 1939. And that was the year the war started. So was it the V75 end of World War II, or is the V75 start of World War II? That's a really great question. And And have you seen the price of those American Gold Eagles that are from that have the V75? Yeah, you can't touch this. Like the MC Hammer song says, it's incredible. It really is. Now let's keep on keeping on. Yeah, and then the following year, the United States Mint added 2 more privy coins. That was the Morgan dollar. That's with the O privy mark, and then the Morgan dollar with the CC privy mark. Yeah. Who knew? So there you go, folks. The Mint has been doing this for quite some time, and it should be no surprise to anybody what's going down. Now, let's go here to LCR Coin. This is a really great article, actually, by Ron Harrigal. It says here, the first of its kind, the Soaring Eagle Privy. And I love that they said Soaring Eagle Privy, because, look, if they have Soaring Eagle Privy, what? How about put a little, another word between Silver Eagle, Eagle Privy? It just, come on, it just doesn't flow very well. So anyway, had a little drink and sip water. Now, it says the first of its kind, the Soaring Eagle Privy. The 2025 Silver Eagle struck at the Philadelphia Mint. That's very rare for that to happen, okay? It doesn't usually happen very often. They strike those bullion coins at West Point, New York, right? Remember that. It introduces the very first eagle-shaped privy mark. There it is. You love that one. I know you do. first ever to be featured on a U.S. Silver Eagle with a limited mintage of just 500,000 coins. This marks a continuation of his numismatic tradition that began with the V75 Privy in 2020 and was followed by the 2024 P Star Privy Mark. Now, here you go, folks. 500,000 coins, they're bullion. Wouldn't you rather have one of these, right? I mean, think about that. And here's a question for you. Check this out. This is the Greysheet, folks. Only 100 Greysheet label coins released, all right? And that's the 2025 Silver Eagle with the Eagle, first Eagle privies. They didn't put Eagle. They put first Eagle. I like Soaring Eagle, but that's just me. With exclusive Greysheet label, first 50,000 issued, all right? There it is. There's the bad boy. And it is still available at $350, and there was only 100 of those issued. So, yeah, is it that dealers don't want these? I don't know. And it says coins will start shipping on Wednesday, May 8th. 2025. Yeah, that was what, 16 days ago or so? Yeah, quite some time. Over 2 weeks that bad boy's been shipping. So, yeah, that's interesting that it is still available. Let's keep on keeping on with this article from LCR. It says this new privy represents more than just a symbolic addition. It's a product innovation, precision, and purpose. There it is, folks. That's a winner, chicken dinner. It's engraved using advanced laser techniques directly onto the master dies, a technological breakthrough that allows for sharper detail, enhanced, oh, there they go again, enhanced security, and a unique design capabilities that weren't possible using traditional engraving, I would imagine. That this Ron Harrigal guy is, well, he's the man behind the mint market says. But what's interesting is he knows that this technology, this latest, greatest technology is going to make it so that the people who are counterfeiting our American Silver Eagles are going to have a more difficult time. This is all a cat and mouse, cloak and dagger action, folks. And we're just kind of, I guess the recipients, the bonus that having these privy marks, because really I think they're just doing it for security. It serves a purpose. All right, what makes this release even more historic is the involvement of Ron Harrigal, the former U.S. Mint Director of Design and Engraving. Harrigal was a central figure in modernizing U.S. Mint capabilities, pioneering advancements that brought the V75 Privy and the 2021 Morgan Dollar CCNO Privy marks to life. His engineering expertise helped redefine how coins are made in the modern age, from introducing laser engraved privy marks to influencing how digital design integrates with die creation. Harrigal's contributions cannot be overstated. We engraved micro details on master dies in the form of privy marks that would not reproduce well through traditional engraving techniques. Yeah, cat and mouse. Right? It didn't change the traditional artist design process, but did give the mint more flexibility, incorporating security features and detailed privy marks, Ron Harrigal says. With his signature on the NGC certified MS70 label, this becomes more than just a rare collectible. It becomes a direct connection to the visionary who helped make it possible. And here are legacy of privy mark milestones right there. That's the 2025 Silver Eagle. That's one's builds upon an elite heritage. That's the V75 Silver Eagle. Remember the gold one, right? The 2024 P Silver Eagle with the star privy. And look at this. Bam! Soaring Eagle privy. I like how they put the Soaring Eagle privy. I really, really do. Thank you for that. Now, there you go, folks. The writing's on the wall. You see it there. Privy marks are the future. They're a security device. They have a purpose. And, if you don't like it, that's fine. But I think some people do make some really great points about how there are 7 American Silver Eagles this year. However, it's not going to be in quantities that everybody can get. And because of that, I believe they're going to be highly sought after. Now let's go to the plus one action. I got a very brand new one for you here today. If it shows up, actually. Oh, there we go. This is Intellect. Yeah, Intellect. Let me see if I can get this actually a little bit better. Yeah, here we go. So this is Maimonides, a guide to the perplexed. That's me. Intellect. A man's best companion is his intellect. And his worst enemies is his lust. Remember I've talked about that? That's that passion you get when you get all worked up like Jojo the idiot monkey. You know what I mean? Yeah, you don't want to be that guy. You want to use your brains, not your passion or your lust, right? You don't want to get too worked up. You want to control yourself. Now, this is the best part, really, and this is what helps you figure it out right here. The man who wishes to attain, or person, right? Why can't we just say the person who wishes to attain human perfection should study logic first, next mathematics, then physics, and lastly, metaphysics. And I'm on this stage right here, actually. Been there for quite some time, and it is wild. Let me tell you, there's some stuff going out there that I didn't even know, and I got to thank you. In fact, there was one gentleman that I think his name is Brent Hardenberg, turned me on to a channel. Wow. And I probably should leave a link in the description for that. But either way, I want to thank you all. It's been an awesome episode here. Let me keep on keeping on. I got to go to 99.9 KOI and Coin News Radio. Oh, look at this. This is the Commodores and Nightshift. It's a song about Marvin Gaye and Jackie Wilson, who both died in 1984. And this is one of the greatest songs the Commodores ever wrote and sang without Lionel Richie. Man, that was a great band. Great song. Oh, Marvin. That hits hard right there. If you don't cry during that song, you might want to check your pulse. That's good stuff. Now, with everything I've said today, I hope that you're coming away with something that you can, educate yourself and inform yourself, and it gives you a great perspective on what's happening to these Privy Mark coins, because it really is the future, folks. Regardless of the quantity, it's something that's happening. I mean, look in 2020, they had 5 quarters, 2 American Silver Eagles. Yeah, the quarters are expensive, right? If you try and pick up those West Point quarters with the Privy Mark, you might end up spending what an American Silver Eagle bullion costs. Yeah, right? So that could be pretty expensive. Now, I want to thank y'all for coming. Thanks for dropping by. Don't forget to hit that like button. And if you do like what you hear and see, sub the channel. It's free, baby. Stacker out.